Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9, where every local story starts here. A few of our top headlines for the day. We've got a recap of that big 4th of July celebration in Richmond yesterday. Plus, a police chase leads one man for a swim and then lands him in jail. And an update on the arrest of a Lexington pastor. We've got those details on those stories, plus more like weather and sports. That's all coming up here today, Live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, Wallingford Media Group was out and about yesterday as we had both the TV and radio broadcasts from Lake Reba in celebration of the 4th of July. With a look back on all the festivities, here's WBON TV's Michael Watkins.
Last night, at least to me, was just another reminder of how far we've come since the pandemic. Walking around Lake Reba Park and seeing so many people, young and old alike, enjoying everything that Richmond Parks and Recreation and everyone else in charge were able to put together. From the food options to the live music and even the safety measures they put in place, it was truly a special night. Despite the threat of weather, everything still went off without a hitch, as the fireworks went on as scheduled at 10 p.m., with thousands lining the streets of Irvin Road, the Bypass, and even Berea Road to catch a glimpse of the fireworks show. As citizens who get to enjoy these things, it can be easy to forget how lucky we are to have events like this. From what took place last night, to the Millstone Festival, Christmas Parade, and all the events in between, we can take for granted sometimes just how good we have it. The city of Richmond and Berea as well were treated to some great shows last night, so thank you to all of those in charge for making those events what they were. Don't forget to keep up with all the things that are going on in both cities. You can follow the Facebook pages for both Parks and Rec departments. And as always, we will do our part in keeping you informed as well. For WBON TV 9, looking forward to the next big event, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael, for that recap. Looks like a good time was had throughout the festivities. Well, on to a more serious story. A dramatic chase involving a Lexington man ended with a 45-minute swim in the river. Police say 36-year-old Justin Dodd of Lexington fled from an officer in Whitley County. Dodd allegedly saw the officer, turned abruptly, and then sped eastbound on Gordon Hill Pike towards Kentucky 312 Bridge. The chase continued to the 312 boat ramp where Dodd reportedly hit another car, forcing it off the road. Dodd then drove his vehicle down the boat ramp and jumped into the river. For nearly an hour, Dodd evaded officers in the water before finally surrendering on the riverbank, half a mile from where he jumped in. Turns out Dodd was wanted on arrest warrants and his license was suspended for a previous DUI. The search of his car revealed even more trouble. Police reportedly found fake IDs with different names and a blank check they believed to be forged. Dodd now faces a slew of charges, including fleeing police, reckless driving, forgery, and possessing fake IDs. A Lawrenceburg man faces 2 decades behind bars for his role in an inmate's death. According to the Department of Justice, Daniel Hudson pleaded guilty to distributing fentanyl inside the Franklin County Regional Jail. In March of 2022, while incarcerated for state offenses, Hudson managed to smuggle in around 6 grams of fentanyl. The plea agreement details a disturbing chain of events. Hudson first sold the deadly drug to another inmate on March 29th. That individual received medical attention and survived an overdose from the fentanyl. However, 2 days later, Hudson struck again, selling fentanyl to another inmate who was later found dead in his cell. Federal sentencing guidelines will require Hudson to serve at least 85% of his 20-year sentence before he is eligible for release. Well, in a story we've been following here at WBON TV Live at 5, we have an update on the case of Zachary King, a former Lexington pastor facing serious charges. This morning, King appeared in court once again, where the judge has labeled him a potential flight risk. King, alongside his attorney, waived his rights to a preliminary hearing and instead requested a reduction of his bond to 10%. Today's hearing follows his arraignment in Fayette County District Court earlier this week, where his attorney initially requested a bond of $50,000 with the option to pay 10% of that amount. Judge John Tackett denied this request and set the bond at $250,000. King was arrested and faces multiple charges, including sexual abuse and exploitation involving a minor. According to an arrest citation, King admitted to having a sexual relationship with a minor beginning when that minor was only 15 years old. The citation also reveals that these interactions took place at the minor's home, at King's residence, and the church where he served as pastor. King used social media apps like Snapchat and WhatsApp to arrange meetings and to receive explicit images from that minor. King resigned from the position at Lex City Church after the alleged allegations came to light. He is currently held in the Fayette County Detention Center facing charges including procuring and promoting the use of a minor by electronic means, first-degree rape, first-degree sodomy, third-degree rape, third-degree sodomy, and first-degree sexual abuse. Lexington police have arrested Haley Adams after she allegedly fired shots at a vehicle occupied by multiple people. According to an arrest citation, officers responded to a report of 9 shots fired in a neighborhood. Upon arrival, they found shell casings and, after further investigation, identified the exact location of that shooting. The citation details a tense scene with residents held at gunpoint. Witness statements and video evidence reportedly show Adams firing 5 shots at a vehicle that had just dropped her off. Adams claims she felt threatened and fired only after someone in that car pointed a gun at her. She is currently being held in the Fayette County Detention Center. Of course, as more details become available, we will have them for you here on Live at 5. We'll heard some thunder and some lightning move through the area a little earlier today, a little rain as well. We've got Todd in the Weather Center going to give us a quick look at that forecast for the weekend when we come back.
Hey y'all, it's Josh
and Greg from Hicks & Funson, Kentucky Lawyers.
You know, those giant law firms love to brag about how many billions they've won. But what's important to us is winning the support of our Kentucky community and fighting for justice for our clients.
We are grateful you voted us Best Law Firm in the 2024 Smiley Pete Best of Lexington contest. At Hicks & Funson, you're more than a dollar sign and more than just a number.
So if you've been injured and you prefer local instead of large, call 859-777-7000 or visit honestfearless.com.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in.
We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Welcome back to Alive at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. A little rainy, a little dreary out there today, but we've got Todd in the Weather Center going to take a look at the weekend forecast.
Hey, Gwendolyn, thanks. Yeah, we had some showers and thunderstorms move through this afternoon. Pretty brief line, but that is going to continue to work to the east, and we should have some quieter weather overnight tonight, and actually shaping up to be a very nice weekend. So there's that line of showers and thunderstorms. You can see quieter weather behind that to the west, and actually that's going to be our weekend weather with some sunshine and warmer temperatures on Sunday. If we do have any leftover showers and storms, that'll be through the evening, and then we drop down into the upper 60s as we head into early Saturday morning. So the showers and thunderstorms will fade overnight. A dry and sunny weekend on tap. Warmer on Sunday, as I mentioned, and then turning a little more unsettled into next week. We're at 84 on Saturday. That's at or slightly below average. Pretty decent Saturday night, and then Sunday we're up to 87. That'll be at or slightly above average. Just wanted to show you this. Look at this hole. No thunderstorm activity expected for much of the Ohio Valley, and another sliver of quiet weather expected over the central and northern part of the Commonwealth for Sunday. So there goes the rain and thunder again. Maybe a stray shower yet through the evening, but noticing that we should clear out a little more as we get into Saturday afternoon, and Sunday's looking decent. Winds will be fairly light in the morning, and then picking up Saturday afternoon to around 10 or 15 miles per hour. Again, we start off in the mid to upper 60s tomorrow morning and warm into the mid 80s with lots of sunshine into Saturday afternoon. So around the greater Richmond area, noticing that temperatures will be right in that mid 80 range Saturday. Sunday will be a little bit warmer. Again, as we climb into the upper 80s, chance that some of us could sneak to around that 90-degree mark here, but the extended forecast not looking too bad. Again, this weekend dry, sunny, a little warmer on Sunday. And as we head into next week, chance of showers and thunderstorms returns along with that humidity, but temperatures will be, again, just slightly below average through that midweek time period.
Thanks, Todd. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, earlier this week, one person died after being injured in a three-way vehicle collision in London. According to authorities, police, along with other emergency crews, were dispatched to Kentucky 192 near the Community Trust Bank on Sunday afternoon in response to a three-vehicle crash. A preliminary investigation conducted by the London Laurel Reconstruction Team revealed that a westbound Ford pickup rear-ended a Nissan minivan, causing the vehicle to go into the eastbound lane where it collided with a GMC Acadia head-on. Reportedly, the driver of that minivan, later identified as 56-year-old Phyllis Hale of Corbin, was severely injured during that accident. She was sent to UK hospital for treatment, where she sadly died from her injuries. The passenger in the minivan, 56-year-old Gary Hale, was also severely injured and sent to the hospital for treatment. His condition is unknown at this time. The driver of the pickup truck was fortunately uninjured during the incident, while the driver and the passengers of the Acadia reportedly only received non-life-threatening injuries. Yesterday evening, a person was hit by a car in Lexington. That's according to police. They responded about 9:30 to a collision between a pedestrian and a vehicle. When they arrived at the scene on the accident on Fontaine Road and Clinton Road, officers found a male victim suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. He was taken to a local hospital for treatment. Officials believe the victim may have been walking to go see fireworks when the accident happened. Police say they do not expect any charges to be made, but an investigation is ongoing in that case. Lexington police are also investigating a shooting that occurred yesterday afternoon. Officials have confirmed that around 12:30 Thursday, officers were dispatched to West Short Street and North Upper Street for a reported shooting. At the scene, police found a male victim suffering from a gunshot wound. According to the victim, he was shot at the 400 block of North Upper Street. Shell casings were reportedly found at the location. The shooting incident did happen during Lexington's 4th of July parade. Fortunately, the victim reportedly only received non-life-threatening injuries. Police say no one has been arrested at this point. That's all they know at this time. If you have any information concerning the incident, you are asked to please contact the Lexington Police Department. That phone number, 859-258-3600. You can also always leave an anonymous tip at the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers by calling 859-253-2020 or online at bluegrasscrimestoppers.com. That investigation is ongoing. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. We've got Dawson Rule in with all the latest sports coming up next here live at 5.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
When the possibility for severe weather is a threat, it pays to have an expert on your side. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration want you to know that your home is their top priority. When the storms have left you with more questions than answers, Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration is there to walk you through the process and offer free roof inspections and estimates. From wind and hail, fire and smoke damage, commercial and residential. Trust Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Like them on Facebook to learn more.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Well, welcome back. Today on Sports, Dawson Rural has some Reds news and more, including updates on Kentucky NBA draftees.
I hope everyone had a patriotic 4th of July. We're at the end of the week, and there are a few sports storylines to wrap up before looking ahead to next week. The Cincinnati Reds just swept the New York Yankees for the first time since the 1976 World Series. This series was also in the Bronx against one of the top teams in the majors record-wise this year. This moves the Cincinnati record to 42-45 with a favorable stretch of games left before the All-Star break. Before that game on the 16th, the Reds will host the Tigers for 3. the Rockies for 4, and the Marlins for 3. If the Reds can come out of these games with a winning record, they'll be just within a few games of a wild card spot, depending on what happens with some of these other teams. The first game of the 10-game homestand for tonight starts against the Tigers at 7:10 Great American Ballpark. The Kentucky Wildcats football team is back in the recruiting ranks in a positive light. The Cats have gotten some big 2025 commitments in the last couple days, launching them to 19th so far in the nation's top rankings. A former UK basketball fan favorite is keeping his college number in the NBA. Antonio Reeves will be wearing number 12 for the New Orleans Pelicans, a team that traded up to draft Antonio. His former UK teammate Justin Edwards, who went undrafted, will be wearing 19 for the 76ers Summer League team. Philadelphia signed Justin to a 2-way contract. Now for one more spotlight for our EKU football players of the week who joined us on the JBC Sports Show Monday night. Brady Hensley and Joe Schlarman are both local guys who decided to stay near home for school and seem to be enjoying it so far throughout the summer with Eastern.
How do you think that your high school career and playing on some really good football teams helped develop you to be able to come to college and make an impact?
It's been really nice. And then I've also had some amazing coaches that helped me. And, like, they've coached us like a college would coach you. And so it's kind of like a smoother flow into college. But, I mean, it was just nice. So,
Brady, same question for you.
Yeah, and just kind of piggybacking off what he said, you know, you play under some great coaches. I played under Mike Holcomb, Mark Centers, Coach Doug Charles. You know, playing under some great coaches. They've pushed us to work hard and developed us for the next level. And then I've also played with some great players on my team, Cutter Bowley, so you guys know of. And I played against some really good ones like Quisenberry. So we've seen all kinds of talent all over the state. So that's really helped me get to where I'm at today.
Well, starting with you guys, you know, before we go on to college stuff, you guys had lots of good high school moments. And what's your favorite each memory you made in high school? Maybe it be a play or a win you had with your team or a championship of some sort. We'll start with you, Brady.
So I got a couple at Central. It was that year we beat Dunbar in the regional championship. That was a really big moment for me because I had never been that far. It was my first real high school football season of football. My freshman year I didn't play a whole lot, but
was that the Jaden West touchdown catch in the end zone?
No, that was my junior year. Are you talking about against LCA?
Yeah.
That was my junior year.
Well, I thought there was the playoff game where he caught one too late in the game.
He caught like an 80-yard bomb. It was in the second round the next year. I think.
That's what I'm thinking of probably.
It wasn't the extra kick.
No, because that was the year that after that game they played Ballard and lost to Ballard. But the year before that they played Dunbar, whooped them, and then went to St. X, almost beat them.
St. X, that was a really fun one too. And then they ended up beating us. But and then playing Bowling Green this past year up at WKU, that was a really fun one.
7 touchdowns.
It's a crazy game. That was probably my best game I've ever played. But that was a fun one.
Joe, have you got one? Or a few?
Yeah, the rivalry between us and Boyle County. So probably my junior year. It was like the first time we beat them in like 6 or 7 years, and it was a home game. That was probably my favorite memory. Or coming back my sophomore year and beating Covcath. We were down like 2 or 3 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter and then ended up coming back and beating them.
On Monday, we will have a new crop of players over to be interviewed, so make sure to stay tuned on Monday Sportscast for more on that. This will conclude sports for the week. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. This is Dawson Rule with Madison County's sports coverage.
Richmond's very own TV station signal is now stronger than ever. If you're enjoying free over-the-air TV, rescan your TV now for all the channels WBON TV offers, including Channel 9.1 with the AMG network featuring great programming like Forensic Files, Cheaters, plus live local sports and our daily Live at 5 local newscast. Channel 9.2 with the Buzzer Network. Enjoy your favorite game shows of yesteryear. Channel 9.3 is the Heartland Network with classic country and southern gospel music, The Crook and Chase Show, classic movies, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, and much more rural living programs. And Channel 9.4, that's Retro TV, featuring classic TV shows and movies you love and remember. For more information on over-the-air TV, visit our website, WBONTV.com, and click the Over-the-Air tab. Drop us a line today and let us know where and what you're watching. Email us at info@WBONTV.com.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com. Welcome back to Live at 5. And Independence Day may have come and gone for the year, but that doesn't mean you can't still take part in some patriotic fun this weekend. WBON TV's Samantha Burford is back in the studio to tell you all about it with this week's edition of the Weekender Report.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Weekender Report for the weekend of July 5th through July 7th. I'm Samantha Burford, and let's get this patriotic weekend started. First, Friday Berea presents the Levitt Amp Berea Music Series on Friday night, July 5th, with 2 artists performing on the Berea Community School lawn. Not only are we celebrating the July 4th weekend, but it's also Berea Agriculture Week with music, arts and craft vendors, food trucks, and kids activities from 6 to 8 p.m. When the sun goes down, you can keep the party going at the Rebel Studio and Lounge for the official after party with a DJ and dancing from 9 p.m. until midnight. Free admission for all ages. Food is available from Peg and All. Learn about CSI Forensic for adults. There's been a murder. The act looks simple at first glance, but forensic evidence begins to point to a more complicated crime. Team up and use forensic science to determine just what happened and who did it. You'll be running tests on blood types, comparing hair samples, investigating an unknown powder found at the scene, and cross-examining witness reports. Enjoy this event on Saturday, July 6th at noon at the Estill County Public Library. Registration is required. Enjoy a free patriotic concert featuring the Lexington Concert Orchestra on Friday, July 5th. The Kentucky Music Hall of Fame and Museum is hosting this fun event for the whole family. No tickets are required, but you'll need a chair or blanket, sunscreen, and some bug spray. This patriotic concert begins at 7 p.m. in the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame Amphitheater in Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Enjoy a day filled with the best in music, fireworks, food, and drinks. Vibe in the Vines is happening this Saturday, July 6th at Chenault Vineyards in Richmond. This year's music headliner is Pam Tillis, along with Jamie O'Neill, Hannah Ellis, and a special performance by the Goodwin Brothers and Sam Smith. Close out your 4th of July celebration with a bang with music artists starting at 4 p.m., followed by the fireworks extravaganza around 10 p.m. Kentucky Steam Heritage Corporation is having their first Independence Day celebration. Join them as they celebrate American independence as well as the railroads that shaped our country. Gates open at 4 p.m. with the Brett Nolan Band, Pet the Yeti, Jake Hoot, and fireworks begin around 9:30 p.m. Tickets include access to the concert, train rides, steam tractor rides, inflatables, vendors, and fireworks. Check out their Facebook page for ticket details for Saturday, July 6th in Irvine, Kentucky. Thank you for watching this July 5th edition of the Weekender Report. We hope you found an event you're interested in to enjoy with your family and your community. Make sure to tell your friends to watch the Weekender Report every weekend on WBON TV and keep sending me those events. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Samantha Burford.
Thanks, Samantha, for that Weekender Report. Looks like a lot of great things going on out there in the weekend. Make sure you get out and enjoy them. Have a wonderful weekend. We had a look at the weather. We've got more news coming up here next week. Make sure you mark your calendars and tune in on Monday. We'll have more news, weather, and sports. Have a wonderful weekend. And, of course, I'll see you right back here Monday, live at 5.